Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for always stopping by to click on those channels. Guys, you understand that there's a lot of rapid development going on Burkina Faso under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traore. On March 22, 2025, the Prime Minister's James Emmanuel, on behalf of President Ibrahim Traore, presided over the graduation of ceremony of the first special contingent of forestry agents from the National School of Waters and Forestry, with a total of 1,938 new national security trained to join the rank, to secure Burkina Faso border and forestry and other security duties. So guys, you understand, for decades before France was kicked out from Burkina Faso, the challenges of Burkina Faso has been insecurity, fighting terrorists, and as President Captain Ibrahim Traore came in, he took it upon himself to make sure that he solved this insecurity problem. But guys, before we proceed, let's listen to what one of the senior officer was actually encouraging the student by name Muhammadu, was actually encouraging the newly trainee national security. So here was a word of, it was actually speaking to them. So listen, he said, you will face the complex challenge that await you, whether it is fighting the deforestation, protecting our hydronic infrastructure, contributing to the security of our nations in generally. You are now a fighter and in natures, and also for the stability and prosperity of our country. Now imagine a nation not just defending its borders, but nurturing its very lifeblood. So he continues, a newly training forest agent receiving their qualifications ready to serve the nations. They are not only guardians of Burkina Faso, precious natural resources, ready to secure the vital forest area. Their training also makes them a frontline defender. Again, the multiple threat of insecurity, ready to serve the nation. This demonstrates an approach to national security recognizing the environment stability. So during the training, 3 brave comrades tragically died, and they are being honored for their sacrifice. The president shared the following message for the new recruiter through the Prime Minister by Mr. James Emmanuel. So guys, I will leave you guys to actually listen to Mr. James Emmanuel, the Prime Minister, what he says. Then when we come back, we'll add our own contribution and talk about the three brave comrades who tragically died. So guys, take a look. But guys, please do not go away, because one of the senior officers by name Muhammadu have a word of encouragement. He talked a lot with the newly trainee national security. So guys, take a look. And when we come back, we are going to also add our own contribution.
Part of Pillar 1 of the Action Plan for Stabilization and Development, namely the fight against terrorism and the restoration of the integrity of the territory.
So guys, you heard what the Prime Minister says, that their major work is to fight against terrorists and the restoration of Burkina Faso. So guys, let's listen to one of the senior officers on behalf of Mr. Muhammadu. So guys, take a look, but don't go away. We have a lot to share together.
Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, it is with honor and pride that I speak today as sponsor of this graduation ceremony of the 2023 Special Contingent of the National School of Water and Forestry, alongside my colleague, the Minister of Humanitarian Action and National Solidarity. This day marks a very important step, not only for you, dear graduates, but also for our entire nation, which counts on your commitment to protect its natural resources and ensure its environmental security. Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as head of the Security Department, I measure the challenges our country faces, both in terms of human security and the protection of our environment. The security of our territory and the preservation of our natural resources are inseparable. Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, we, the sponsors of this class, would like to commend the remarkable work accomplished by the National School of Water and Forestry under the leadership of its Director General. We also commend the dynamic teaching and administrative teams who spare no effort to train quality personnel. We also do not forget the other entities that have contributed to shaping our graduates, including the Armed Forces Training Group and the National Commando Training Center. Their dedication and professionalism have allowed us to train this class of forestry fighters ready to serve our nation with honor, commitment, and discipline. Dear graduates, your training has prepared you to become essential actors in the dual mission of both a security force and rural development actors. You are now guardians of our natural heritage, but also protectors of the stability and resilience of our nation. Also, environmental protection and sustainable management of natural resources are key elements to ensure food security, health, and the well-being of our populations. Your work on the ground will directly contribute to mitigating humanitarian crises related to environmental degradation and climate change, and thus to the recovery of populations severely affected by the security crisis. You have chosen a demanding, perilous, but noble profession, that of protecting our natural resources and defending the national territory. Indeed, your training has forged you to face the complex challenges that await you. Whether it is fighting deforestation, protecting our hydraulic infrastructure, or contributing to the security of our nation in general, you are now fighters for nature, but also for the stability and prosperity of our country. Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, Head of Government, contribution of water and forestry to the dynamic of reconquest of the national territory and the securing of forest areas is the theme of today's event. It is the perfect illustration that our graduates are fully aware of the expectations of the highest authorities of our country, and above all, of the valiant populations of cities and countryside towards them. That is why, from this platform, we invite our dear graduates to an unwavering patriotic commitment to the true sovereignty of our country. Dear graduates, it is necessary to ask yourselves daily questions during your missions, especially when they seem difficult or not. What forest do we want to leave to prosperity? What territory will we leave to the Burkina of tomorrow? In a word, be courageous, be persevering. Keep in mind this quote from Nelson Mandela. I learned that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. Dear graduates of the day, in your missions and whatever the circumstances that present themselves to you, we, your sponsors, urge you to remain faithful to the values of integrity, discipline, and sacrifice that you have acquired during your training. Because as we say in our environment, where it's tough, the tough get going.
So guys, you should understand that Captain IBRAHIM Traore was not actually available in this occasion because of his busy schedule. He sent his prime minister to speak on behalf of him. So guys, you heard that what this national security is all about is to fight against terrorists and to defend Burkina Faso in any threat. So, and guys, you should know that Captain IBRAHIM Traore has been working restlessly. I've never seen this kind of African leaders that have a very good heart for the people. IBRAHIM Traore is hard for Burkina Faso. Restlessly, you can see the rapid development. A lot of investors are coming to Burkina Faso. So it's not just the development, is doing everything, the security, and yes, because when there is no good security, it will also affect those investors that came in to invest in Burkina Faso. So Captain Abraham Traore is doing everything to make sure that is actually doing everything to see that Burkina Faso is safe. There is security. There is no terrorists trying to distract those investors or those companies. So, guys, I want you to also drop your comment. Did you actually think that Africa, will have this in the history of Africa? Did we have such a amazing leader that is actually hard for his people, is working restlessly, everything? So I just want you to drop your own opinion. Have you ever heard in the history of West Africa or Africa, did we have such a leader? I think, to me, I've not heard. Maybe I was not born, but I think with all the history that we have someone like Gaddafi that was assassinated and others. They did not succeed. That is why I always urge you guys who come across this video to always pray for Captain Abraham Traore, that God should protect him from the eyes of the evil ones. So guys, I just want to draw the curtain to a close. So Captain Abraham Traore has successfully trained 1,938 national security. And during the training, I fed for those who passed away. Three of the comrades died. So that means the training was not an easy training, that three of them have to die. Then Abraham Traore has sent a condolence message to those deceased that passed away during the training. So guys, I just want you to drop your own opinion. What did you think? Would Abraham Traore really succeed to take Burkina Faso to the promised land, or what will happen? So just drop your comment. Thank you, guys.